Alfa, CP Comboios de Portugal, procedente de Lisboa, Santa Apolónia e com destino a Braga, que deverá dar entrada na linha número 1. Circula com um atraso de 5 minutos. A sua hora prevista de chegada é às 16 horas e 15 minutos. Pedimos a vossa compreensão pelos incómodos causados. Dentro de minutos, dará entrada na linha número 1. O comboio.
Entremete de Davi Nunes é o que abriu o marcador. Os adeptos acreditam. A luz pode morrer outra vez. E a luz e hoje quem vai gritar o gol? Se a bola entrar, vão ser os adeptos. Eu depois vou acompanhar. Ai, ele vai atirar, ele vai atirar, ele vai atirar, ele vai atirar.
Yo, what's up, fellas? What's going on? Shit, back with another episode. What's going on, fellas?
Damn right. We got it back. We mean it.
I know. Let's see if I still remember how to do this shit. Now, obviously, people will realize that we're back eventually. This is not a drill. This is, at least I'm back. This is real. This is we're definitely not preseason no more. Right? We're back in the saddle. That's why I like to say it anyway. I'm back in the saddle. But what a shitty welcome back present that I got today. what a time to come back. I was like, you know what? My comeback's gonna be the sporting. It's gonna be Sunday. I got a day off tomorrow. Martin Luther King.
Nice.
Man, it's gonna be a good day.
Shout out Dr. King.
Shout out Dr. King. Yeah. You know what I mean? I had a dream too today. You know what I mean? Last night I had a dream that we would win today. But I guess sometimes
I wanted to do the voice. I wanted to sit there and do it. Like, I had a dream that we would win today.
Well, that's how it played. That's how it played in my head. That's how
actually
it played
Dr.
in
King
my head.
speaking to Mello right in front of the luge next to the Eusebio statue. He's like, listen, Mello, I had a dream. He's like, I had one too, Dr. King. Keep going.
We could have used a speech like that in the beginning and at halftime, probably something to kind of lift the spirits. I don't know, get after it right away. But
sure. I was glad that at least, the way that both halves and the majority of each half, was really us attacking and not sitting back. Like it felt like just in general, Luis was mentioning this before the show, and I'll actually kind of let you say it, but I was just glad that this wasn't a game where everyone was on the ground every minute. Like I remember watching that Sporting Porto game. What was it, match week 2 or whatever, back in August, and every 2 minutes someone was on the ground. It's unwatchable. So at least it's good for the league and the product. I had some friends from school, that just so happened to be in Lisbon that I went to college with, and for them to see this game by Benfica Sporting, it's nice because they're football fans and they're going to look and when I talk about, the Primeira Liga, they won't laugh at it, right? If they watched any Porto game, they'd be like, this is like Farmers League.
If you mention the referee, they might be like, wait.
Well, yeah. But again, if it was Porto, it'd be worse. But
true.
But yeah, I thought, I know we'll get through all of it, but I was overall, in terms of the refereeing, I give it like a 6 out of 10, which usually could have been like a 3 out of 10, but I think it was so.
That's not something that we're it's not new. You know what I mean? I don't even go into these games anymore, watching these games. Like the referee is the last thing that I'm gonna be. I'm blaming. You know what I mean?
No, exactly.
It takes away. We all know it. It's the same thing. And like I made a tweet today. You know what I mean? I says Arturo Soares Diaz. He's a Sporting fan. He's a Benfica fan 1 week. He's a Porto fan 1 week. No one's a Sporting fan. You know what I mean? So who the fuck? Who is this guy? Who is this guy cheating for, really? Right? And really, the joke was not that he cheats for anybody, but that no one likes sporting. But everyone completely went over everyone's head. They're like, well, that's because they cheat for you. I'm like, dude, that's not my point. It was a joke.
No, and like Sergio had a good point too. I saw something that was funny, right? Because whenever the refs come out, you'll notice that a bunch of Benfica fans always, or like, I shouldn't just say Benfica fans, just fans in general will be like, oh, like, of course it had to be him, blah, blah, blah. It's like, what ref would you be happy with? I mean, the answer is a 4-1, right? But like, in terms of in the league, everyone's been screwed and been, done favors by all the refs at this point. Unless it's your first match in the Primera Liga, you have a history with every club. Some more than others, which we won't get into again, but
yeah,
Zach obviously has his points.
That's a good point. But I mean, for me, I'm tired of it. Like, I'm just tired of that narrative. You know what I mean? Like, yes, it's something real. We all know it is, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? Benfica have to figure out a way to get past that. You know what I mean? Like, you just have to. And today we could have. Today there was a couple of chances that we could have got past it. But let's just get into it, man. We'll go right away. I'll go ahead and I'll say the lineups really quick. For Benfica, obviously, Gonçalo Ramos was up top. Then you had João Mario on the wing, Rafa Silva, and Frederick out on the other wing. I don't know how this, I don't know how it is that it all comes to be sometimes with Roger Schmidt's lineup mid game. But the way I look at it is Frederick and João Mario played wing, and Rafa played kind of a center forward, if you will. Florentino Luis and Enzo, obviously they were our defensive midfield today. Alexander Ba, Antonio Silva, Otamendi, and Grimaldo are our backline, and then Vlachodimos, Mr. Regular, Mr. just Mr. Okay, he's just.
You're gonna start calling him like a coffee with 2 creams, 2 sugars.
He's good enough to hire. He's good enough. He's a hire. We're gonna hire him. Yeah, I guess we'll hire him.
He's never one. He's one of those guys like he's like Jim in the office. Never employee of the month. Never like the worst employee. He's just like there in the middle, so no one notices or says it. But
yeah, I don't understand it. Real quick, Luis, Frederick out on the wing, man. What's up with that?
Who?
What are your thoughts?
I'm not gonna mention his name, man. I will mention something though. Odie has started coming out for crosses, and I appreciate that. So I see improvement on that sense. So as much as we hate him, and as much as I hate him for not fucking being able to save a fucking penalty ever in his fucking lifetime, he's been coming out. He's been coming out a few times.
Except that first one, right? Except the first goal where he just.
Oh no, but that's on the ground. That's different. I'm talking about like those like balls pumped into the box that we
into
always
the
saw
air.
him like.
Yeah,
you'd see them like fly over his head. Now he's coming out for it. He's stepping up to the pitch. Stepping up to the.
His distribution is absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
We want to talk about the first. First of all, he had the one I think it was Trincão got a foot on. Like, I'm just waiting. It hasn't happened yet, but I'm waiting for him to one of these games hit the ball right to the other team and gift them a goal. I don't think it's ever happened this time.
It's happened once. Well, it's happened once where it sort of starts the play. I can't remember.
I know the game you're talking about, and they get but it wasn't that guy that scored. He sent the through ball through. Wasn't it the Champions League a couple years ago?
I think so. Yeah. But it starts the entire play. It starts.
But I'm saying one where you look at it and it's like there's no if you know football, you know it's his fault.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I love that.
I'm just waiting.
So that was your lineup today. Real quick, I'm just gonna go over the game. Sporting opened up the scoring. Sporting opened up the scoring early, like we just mentioned, with the low cross, Marcus Edwards to Trincão. It was an odd ball. It did take a deflection. Sporting go up 1-0. 10 minutes later, I thought so. I thought
it was
so.
Given an own goal to Bar.
They gave it on right now. They have it. Currently they still have it listed as a Trincão goal. So
they had it initially as Bar.
Okay.
So I wonder, Luigi, if they looked after and just gave it to Trincão because they need to try to sell the summer.
Okay. So 10 minutes later, Gonçalo Ramos with almost kind of an identical kind of goal where, ground ball into the box. He nabs one, we go 1-1. And it's in the second half. It's a 1-1 game. It's a pretty good game. I think Benfica at that point were really at the end of that first half were really imposing their will on Sporting. Sporting didn't know what to do. I thought we could have got a couple goals. And I want you guys to talk about the details. Obviously, I'm just going over the scoreline. In the second half, a real controversial moment, I guess you will say. I know that I said about the narrative, but this is one of those moments that you guys were talking about the refereeing, right? This is a moment where I can point to it and say, yeah, that was shady refereeing. That was, a guy's judgment call. If he calls a foul, if he thinks it's a foul in the middle of a play, that's one thing, but to go to the sideline to watch a video and to still call like that penalty a penalty, I think it's a joke. I think it was a bad call. That's my opinion. And I want your guys' opinion here in a moment. Benfica go down. Now we're down 2-1. Sporting take the lead. And everybody's upset. I'm getting messages on Twitter saying, I don't know how we're going to come back. I said, don't worry, we'll pull it back. Gonzalo Ramos again. As inconsistent as this man is, he comes through in the clutch. I will give Gonzalo Ramos that. He comes through exactly when we need him to. He ties up the game. And that's how the game ended in a 2-2 draw. I want your guys' thoughts. Luis, you go ahead and let me know how you felt about the game, the draw, any things that stick out to you. Would you like to get off your chest? Let us know.
I think until Neres came on, we played with 10 men. I think it was a decent game in terms of like defensively. We didn't, I think we looked solid apart from the penalties. They're never a penalty. I don't care how people sugarcoat it. It's not a penalty. I have full control of the ball. The ball is my possession, and you jump in between me and the ball, and I'm going to touch you. Yeah, of course, man, because I'm in possession of the ball. So for me, it's not a penalty. And the fact that the referee talk about 5 minutes, 32 seconds to decide it was a penalty. I think if it's that clear, you give the penalty within a minute, maybe two. The fact you took 5 minutes and 32 seconds, you're trying to find a reason to give the penalty where you shouldn't. And also, VAR is not allowed to go into that play because VAR is only allowed to look at plays that are very clear. Go, look, that's a penalty. You should go and look at it. It's not clear. It's not like it's a penalty. VAR is only allowed to say, we believe that's a penalty. Go and have a look at it. Not, there might be a penalty there. Let us have a look, and then you'll have a look. No. We think there's a penalty. Go and have a look at it. The way that Artur did it was, hold on, there might be a penalty. They're checking it. It shouldn't be like that. It should be like, I'm going to go and check because VAR said there may be a penalty. So you go straight to the screen. The reason Artur went to the screen was because you had to. At that point, you have to, but straight away, not after a minute. Anyway,
Luis, I'll kind of hop in there too. My thing is, I actually am okay with it being a penalty under a couple circumstances. If he gives that right away and then goes back to the screen, because here's my ultimate thing is I think there should be a time limit. I think it should be a minute, 30 seconds or something like that, or a minute, probably a minute actually, right? Because we don't need more time being taken away. But if you're at that screen for over a minute, whatever the call was in the field, it stays. If it takes you that long, it's like the NFL too, clear and obvious. If it's not clear, if it's not obvious, guess what? It could go either way. And that my thing is, I think that call is smart from Paulinho because he's shit in every other sense, so he has to do something for their team. I think it's smart. It's unlucky from Antonio, but also if you look, I think Paulinho kind of drags his foot. I think it's a cheap foul. I think it's soft. I'm okay with it being a pen if it didn't take that long. So I think the call ultimately is okay. Either way, I think people are going to complain, but you cannot take that much time. There needs to be a time limit. You cannot take that much time because it's not fair. You need to just make a decision and move on. And like you said, he can't say, okay, it's maybe a pen. You go to the screen. They should be looking and telling you exactly what it is. Be like, look.
No. That's not they should. They have to.
Right.
A penalty call. So in the books, it says a penalty call, right? This is what it says in the books. A penalty call with VAR. VAR has to say, we believe there's a penalty there. You need to go and have a look. Not the way they done it. They said, let us look at that play again because we believe there's a penalty there. Then they went to look at it and then they said, yeah, there might be a penalty. Do you want to go and have a look? No. You don't get to look at it because you want you weren't 100% positive that was a penalty in the first place. That's do I agree with it? Doesn't matter. That's how it works. Anyway, besides the point, I don't think it's a penalty. I don't think it is. You know, I also don't think Otamendi's first foul is a yellow. But then if he takes that criteria, fair enough. It's very early though, so now you have to follow it. And then Ugarte proceeds to have 7 fouls, 2 of them not given, so 5 fouls, I guess, you know, on paper. And then he gets a yellow on his 5th foul, where, you know, whatever. And
it took the ref real quick. It took the ref all of 2 minutes to even give him the yellow. He's just standing there, kind of like waiting.
VAR literally went to him and said, "Yo, you might be giving it away. Just give him a yellow." Or Melo.
My bad. Yeah,
he's good. And also, just to end it, there is no way, and you know, Joe mentioned it earlier. I'll mention again. I'm sorry. If it's been 2 minutes at the very max, and you don't have an answer, then it's not a pen. Because if you are analyzing, you know, was his shoelaces done? Were his shorts white? You know, was he looking pale? Was his blood pumping? Was he wearing sunglasses? You know, like no. You took 5 minutes and 32 seconds. 5 minutes and 32 seconds. Because fuck me, I'm that fucking. I have that much time to get a fucking clock going. 5 minutes and 32 seconds from the time that the VAR said there may be a penalty to the time he went like that with his hand. 5 minutes and 32 seconds to give a penalty that, in my head or in my opinion,
it's not even a penalty. It's not even a penalty.
You know,
that's the kicker right there.
I'm
Luis.
sorry. I understand why some people might think my agree with the referee. It's not. I have the ball.
Right, that's what I'm saying. He didn't. My thing on it, and I'm gonna just say this: he didn't impede Paulinho from, like, he didn't. He wasn't even looking like he was, like you said, he was in possession almost. Like he was in possession almost, just where the ball was placed and his body and where he thought Paulinho was. For them to call that, I mean, bro, in front of a lot of people like that takes balls. I'll give you that. I mean, it's Paulinho. The ref does have balls. Yeah, and they I think though that was also a game plan that they were going to kind of take. They were going to try to.
Yeah, they're going to try and
slow the game down as much as possible. They'll
chew that chewing gum until it literally tastes of shit.
Yeah.
You know, like,
but
the flavor's gone. You can't fucking bubble it anymore. You know, you can almost taste the fucking petroleum in that chewing gum. They will chew that shit until it scratches your throat.
I will say this about the game just in whole. What bothers me, what stands out to me the most, yes, the penalty, it was a bad penalty. But the way that Benfica started both halves, really. Now, the way they ended is one thing, but if you don't win the game, you know what I mean? If you don't end up winning the game, I guess it's all for ill, but all for naught. But I just don't understand the way we start games sometimes, especially today. Where we were kind of, I don't know, we just lacked some intensity to start the match. I know Benfica's game is to press. And like I said earlier before we started the show, you can't press if you got the ball, right? You can't create the chances that you want to create, the runs that you want to create with guys like Rafa, who was, I don't know today. I don't know if I could say, I said, I don't know if I'm mad at him today. I don't know if I'm upset with him today because it felt like he did do a lot, but left a lot out there too. You know, 2 goals right at the goalie. You know, 2 shots right at the goalie. You know what I mean? Like it felt
the one
off.
that was like supposedly his big chance. I actually thought that, I think it was Mateus Reis. I thought he got like a foot on it, but still, right? And like Rafa for me, and this could just be me, but like I don't understand how he doesn't draw as many penalties, man. You know, for how fast he is and stuff, or just I know he draws fouls and everything, and he should be going after the guy that always has the yellow card. That's what I said. Your strategy when you have a guy like Rafa, because he will, when Rafa leaves Benfica, we will not see a guy like that on Benfica for, I don't know, another decade. Because he is so fast. He's one of the few players in the world, like an Mbappe, that can just run and draw a yellow like that. Because, you know, the referee also has in his head, man, this guy's faster than everyone else on the field. If he gets fouled past the halfway line and, you know, there aren't guys behind him, that's a yellow. So he brings something to the game that no other player can bring. I didn't think he did that today. Melo, I think in the second half, towards the end, after their second goal, he started to turn it on. But again, I think he was just kind of sitting back a little bit too much. I was okay with his game. I wasn't happy. I wasn't upset. But yeah, this also, I agree with this comment. It's nice to see Melo back.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it, man. It's nice to be back talking Benfica. Looks like I wish we had a better result. I wish it was a better welcoming, but you know, it is what it is. I want to just say this, and just because I've been watching. I watched all the matches except the Sevilla match, and the Braga match. I didn't get to watch. By the time I got home, it was already 2-0. I'm like, let's not jump into this game, right? Let's just leave this alone. So the one thing I want to just say is how comfortable that I feel Roger Schmidt is playing with no speed on the outside. Is it just like we play a counter-attacking, like a counter football style, right? We're gonna press, get the ball, run the other way.
Yeah.
But I just wonder, like with Frederick playing on the outside and João Mario plays on the wing, you got a guy like Neres who's been hurt. I know. You got Neres who's been hurt. He has been hurt, and I guess the last match he was told, you can only play him for so many minutes or whatever, like, you know what I mean? So you can only play him for 10 minutes or whatever.
You could tell. I think that he was given like hey, you can put him in after the 60th, and then Schmidt's like, all right, 65th minute, he's in.
Yeah.
But I know we're going to talk.
That's 5 minutes too late.
Yeah, and this is where I want to bring that up is I understand how comfortable he is, but then I see him go sign these two kids. Basically, I mean, that's basically what they are. Are those guys coming in to help Benfica next game? What I mean by that is
now.
Those are signings for now. Is that right?
Yes, they're now.
I'm not going to see these guys on Benfica B.
No chance. You're going to see them probably sooner rather than later in the starting lineup.
You know, I'll give you my input right now because I know that you guys are going to go on. I'll give you my input right now. I don't know how to say their names. I know one's called Casper. I hope it doesn't ghost. And the other guy, I can guarantee you from the bottom of my heart right now, these guys ain't it. Not this season. These guys ain't it. Not this season. In 1 season, 2 seasons, maybe even 3 seasons if they stay. Maybe this season, that ain't it.
If anything, I think that this season they might be it, and then next season we'll see. But I think especially Andreas on the wing, because here's the thing, you're gonna see. Listen, Luis. Even if it's
by the way, if I laugh, I swear on my life, yeah. I don't mean to be disrespectful. In any way, in any way, shape, or form. I do not mean to be disrespectful. I'm laughing because these kids look like someone I go to school with. I'm sorry, but
you still go to school?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm dumb as fuck, bro. Like I'm still there, bro. Like,
Luis, that's kind of my thing. That's kind of my thing with him. I don't know. I don't think that this was the help that we needed. Is that fair to say?
I don't think. See, since you guys are kind of on one camp, I'll be in the other. I really think what it comes down to for me is you got to look at the other options, though, Luis, because it's shit. You have the other options. I can bring back up the list. I'm going to just because it's so depressing to look at. Look at these subs. Look at the subs today. Like we want to talk about Schmidt not making subs. You want to put in Gil Diaz? Do you want to put in Draxler? You want to put in? Actually, Chiquinho has been okay since 2020. 2023 is the year of Chiquinho, not Chiquinho anymore. He's made the transition. Neres, okay, yeah, he's injured. Musa, no, because Gonzalez on a hat trick. Like, who are you gonna put in one of these bums?
Oh wait, hold on a minute. What?
One of these bums? I'm
joking. Hey. I'll just I like the way that you're looking at the bench, although I'm looking a little bit further down. You have someone called Moreira, Diegzi, right?
He's not even on the bench anymore.
Exactly. Where's Enrique? Where's Enrique?
Enrique is a better question.
Hey?
Enrique is a better question, but Diego doesn't want to renew his contract, so him, Martin.
Okay, all right, that's fine. Put him in a fucking A team, get him to play a couple of games, sell him for fucking 5 million to Braga.
No, we can't though, because it's 6 months on his contract.
Put him in a draw, like fucking lock him in there. Like. I'm just saying, like you look at, there are better options. Again, honestly, I don't want to be unfair to Casper. and fucking Ter Stegen, whatever his
Let me
name
put
is.
this down so I can see Luigi's face. There we go.
Mus is a.
I do want to say
That's
this.
for 30
Benfica is a
goals.
good. Benfica is a good team. I want to say this real quick because we're talking like we're
love that.
trash. We're not. All right, we're not trash. We
There's-
have a
there's
good
new
team.
players.
Roger Schmidt's doing a good job. We are in the driver's seat still. There's no question about it.
Yeah.
Even if Porto wins today, we are still in the
2-0
driver's
up.
seat, right?
Yeah, I was going to
We
say.
kind of we have
They won
our
before the match even
own.
started.
We basically have our destiny in our hands, as they would say, right? I think Benfica does. My
Yeah,
thing, and I really hope, like everyone said, this Andreas kid will be one of our best signings. And like Luis said, I hope Casper doesn't ghost.
Right.
I just felt like, and I have felt this way this whole season. We need somebody like who's gonna come. Like, I want Benfica to go out and splash. Like, you spent 20 million on Weigl in the middle of us, you know what I mean? In the middle of a season, you mean to tell me you can't go spend 25 million on? Yeah, I don't. I mean, there's so many players. I'm just saying somebody more.
But for you right now, when you
experienced, someone who doesn't play in the Norwegian league.
Where though?
He plays in the Norwegian league.
No,
I don't
no,
even know how to say Norwegian.
What position?
I'm not even saying that right. It worries me.
No, but what position would you buy for if you're going to spend the money? That's my thing. Wing.
I would buy a winger.
And I think what he just did by buying Andreas, who's the other kid, Sheldrup or whatever you say his name. But we have Casper.
And he's a striker. This kid's a striker.
No, Casper.
One of them's a striker.
Casper's the striker.
That's the Norwegian.
Casper the Ghost. No, he's Danish but plays in Norway. The other's Norwegian.
That's it.
In Denmark.
That's it. Got it.
We got.
I knew somebody was Norwegian.
Mello, brothers.
Hey,
that's what we're gonna call them.
You know what this looks like?
Go ahead, you're good.
This looks like when I'm playing FM, right? And I lose, and I start the season, and I'm scrolling past. I'm like, who the fuck is this Casper kid? Yeah, I'll buy him. Fuck it. And what's the other guy's name?
Andreas, who actually
Andreas. Okay,
is the most.
Andreas.
He's the most signed player.
Andreas Samaris.
Wait. No, he's what? The most what?
He's what?
He's for Wonder Kids in FM23. He's the most signed Wonder Kid.
There you go.
We're playing real life fucking FM, man.
I can't wait
Hey,
to
hey, you know what?
Right now, Luis
£10.
Scores.
£10. These two signings were obviously by Smith, I guess, hopefully, right? But his kid went, yeah, Dad, look at this. Look at this, Dad. I've just won the fucking Norwegian league, mate. Fucking look at all the COD. Look at that. Barrage everywhere, man.
I keep hearing he's got more goals than games. I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? Like, what are you talking about? That doesn't even make sense. Like, what are you talking?
Is Auschwitz in goal? Like, fucking.
Hey, look, I will say this. Let me say this real quick about
Odie's brothers in goal.
This new regime. I'm talking about Schmidt. He ain't really missed. I mean, he brought in Oshness. You know what I mean? Like that was his guy. He didn't miss that guy. He's a good player. He's not playing in his position. He's not playing
on that one.
He's not. Yeah, he's not playing his position. We got him out on the left, on the wing. You know what I mean? Like you can't play a defensive midfielder out on the wing and expect this guy to turn into fucking.
It works for João Mario because first of all, he has experience playing there, and second of all, he's a more offensive midfielder. Frederick, if you're gonna pick between a 10, a 6, or an 8,
sign him. Sign Winger J.
Right? But what I'm saying is this one's really good from D. He's the Ronaldo from Sweden. But what I was gonna say, Mello, is that for me, when you look at the lineup today, I'm gonna bring it up just because Luis isn't in here for a second. You look in the future. Like Benfica, if they're going to spend, I think need to spend on wingers, right? I don't think you need to spend at the forward position because you have Gonçalo, who, hey, let's put it this way. He misses a lot of chances, but today he bagged the 2 that he needed to bag.
He's got 16 goals.
Right? So today he scored. You will have 20-something goals. He doesn't miss, quote unquote, and you'll have games like last game where he misses, 4 or 5. Okay, but guess what? Yeah. He scores. He's not like Musa. Okay. Then you have Musa, who I think next year is his year. This year, Musa, seriously, if it was me, you kind of give the guy a break. I would play Enrique more, but you have Enrique, you have Musa, and you have Gonçalo, right? Those are your guys right now. Because Seth's gone, Carlos Vinicius is gone in the summer, Pinu just got sold, so like you cut down that problem you had before of after Darwin we don't have a striker. We had 6. Now you literally only have 3, and you just brought in the 4th, Casper, right? So I think again, Musa's year is next year. If it's any year, you try out Casper. If Casper's not working, because these guys just need to finish.
Wait. Musa. I fully expect Musa to be at least sold or loaned out next year.
Correct. But I'm saying it's not this year for him though. Like I'm talking just about this year's squad.
Yeah. I got you.
I can see him. Listen, he's just so big, Mello. What do we say? You can't teach height. So that's the one thing about Musa I look at. I'm like, if he just gets away about him, if he gets his wits about him.
If your tall ass is standing where I don't need you to be standing, Joe, and you're not gonna be doing nothing for me.
Yeah.
Get your tall ass over them in the middle of the field a little bit more. Yeah, put your hands up. Put your hands up, bro. Do something.
You're there.
Box out. Yeah, post up. Shit.
Right.
Do something. Use your height. But
hey.
Trash. I don't want to say trash, but I would say that he dabbles in trash. Musa definitely dabbles in trash because you know what? Like you said, the size is there. He's pretty quick off of the ball. He is pretty quick off the ball. I think right now though we don't have enough experience up top. Yes, Gonçalo Ramos is scoring goals.
Number 9. He's not the striker that I thought we needed. I think Benfica needs to play with a number 9.
I don't think we have a striker. That's what I'm saying. I don't think we have a striker. I think Gonçalo Ramos is like
he's a
like
second
what
striker.
João Felix was.
Yes.
Kind of João Felix, you know what I mean? Kind of like the second guy, but he's gonna be the best looking. He's gonna look the best.
I'm gonna say it so Luis doesn't say what he usually says. He has a terrible touch. All right, don't say anything else, Luis. His touch is terrible. Like when you look at Gonçalo Ramos, for as great as he is, his touch is terrible. Yeah. His first touch is terrible. Yeah. But he scores some goals. He's fast. He draws fouls, and he knows how to play in the Portuguese league. But when I look at what we need, this Casper kid, he's probably a good finisher. I think you'll never see Frederick out in the wing again. You shouldn't.
That'll be on his resume. Knows how to play in the Portuguese league.
That just means.
Hey, can you guys do me a favor?
He's like,
can you bring up the lineup?
Yeah.
Can you bring that lineup again? Because we had the 4-2-3-1 from Benfica.
Hold on. What's up?
Can you bring that up?
Yeah.
Right. And then is there any chance you can highlight Fernando's comment that we need Gaetan and Savio? Right?
Yeah, you're not wrong, but I can't find Fernando. You said Fernando said it?
It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Where the fuck did he go? Like 10th comment from Can I just let this sink in, right? And this is
You're talking about 5-star skillers.
No,
a 5-star skiller.
No, yeah, and that. Well, it's on the bench. But hold on. Right now, we're playing a 4-2-3-1, which I don't really think we are. But okay, let's put it that way on paper, right? 4-2-3-1. Our left mid is at best a CM, and our right mid is again at best a CM. What with?
No, João Mario.
That's what I.
Fuck João. No. I love João Mario. I love João Mario as CM.
I asked the same shit earlier.
The other dude on the left, I don't know who he is. I don't care about him. My man. Okay, listen. This I'll have to say his name at least once. This Frederick guy, right? Listen. Hey, upgrade Rafa, man. Upgrade Rafa. 85 rated Rafa. So what I'm saying is, this Frederick Auschwitz guy, right? Is He's like a mechanic, right? That goes to 19 different garages, fucks all the cars up, but they call him a good mechanic because he went to 19 garages. Oh, but he's everywhere. Yeah, he ain't doing a fucking job anywhere, though, is he? I'm surprised he hasn't caught a ball. I'm surprised. Listen. I am surprised that Auschwitz hasn't mistakenly caught the fucking ball from a corner and thought, shit, I can't be in that position, can I? I can't be a keeper too, can I? The guy is like, oh, I'm everywhere. Yeah, You suck everywhere, brother.
He don't suck
I tell you
everywhere.
what, the first goal.
That's
nah,
a little
man,
harsh, bro.
The first goal.
He doesn't
the
suck
first
everywhere.
goal. Listen, the first goal, and realistically, the only goal that Sporting scored, a traffic cone would have done the exact same job that Frederick did. Stood still. He's like, but damn me, who the fucking thought they would have put the ball there?
Yeah.
Harry Potter shit that.
Look, my thing with him though is that you're asking him to play a position that he don't play.
Wait, which one's
You know what I
that?
mean? Like-
Because he plays in 11 different positions. I don't know what position he fucking is.
That's my point.
Hey,
That's my point though.
Stick to your
Luis. He don't
fucking
have
position. Be bad in one position.
That's on Roger
No.
though, brother. That's on Roger.
I'm pretty
You know
sure
what I
I
mean?
saw
That's on
Roger many
Roger.
times going, where the fuck are you going? Where the fuck are you? Hey, also, can we say, how is Roger's like, yo, Harry, this ain't fucking Hogwarts, bruv. You can't
Then
be in every
sit his
fucking
ass
classroom,
down.
bro. Hey,
Then
also,
sit him down.
well, he can't because then he'd be very good on the bench. Also,
Yeah.
Bar. I'm over him now, man.
There were
Like,
some comments earlier about Gilbert.
Why we're not seeing Gilbert? Like,
I think it's a good show.
yeah, Roger, what position do you play? Frederick, yes. Yeah, exactly. That's literally it. I tell you what, guys, I mean this from the bottom of my heart, like from there. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a game in the next 5 where Auschwitz in a corner goes, fuck. I'm not a goalkeeper. I wouldn't even be surprised. I'm like, fuck.
That's
Shit.
ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
Mate, I
He's
think
not
his
that.
mind's-
Where is he? What is he?
Hey,
Let me see.
hey, Melo.
6 today.
Melo.
Oh, that was bad. He was the worst in the field. I would say he's
Exactly.
he's
No, but
fit.
you know what?
That's
It's
bad.
taking people.
Yeah, that's
fucking
bad
5
already,
games.
though. I'm like,
It's taking people 5 games. I've been saying this guy's shit. But people, no, I can't believe you don't like Auschwitz. I love him. I'll suck his dick any day. Oh, you know, I'm like, how are you guys all right? Anyway, let me just finish my rant because hey, I'm pretty sure Joe's played it. I'm pretty sure Melo's played it. You guys played futsal, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know that cunt that just runs around in a fucking circle? You know the guy that he just goes, and I'm like, brother, you gotta stop, man, because you're making the entire fucking team run around in circles because you won't fucking stop. That's Roushers, man. Even the keeper's confused. It's like, what the fuck? Ain't fucking soup is football. Honestly, I'm not gonna mention names because he might be in the fucking. Well, you don't want to be here. Fuck him anyway. He used to literally do that, and then he used to tell us how to play. Nah, but that's how you do, man. Futsal is how you do, bro. You keep going around and that shit, man. You keep going like this, and we're like, brother, what are you doing, man? Brother, it ain't fucking 100-meter Olympics, brother. You're not supposed to run around the fucking stadium, brother. You're meant to, receive the ball, pass it, make the ball run. You don't run.
I think though, real quick
Sell
on
him.
him. I don't think
£2.50.
I don't think that he was meant to be a starter. First of all, I think the Neres injury, and we had somebody comment in the chat earlier about Neres, and I just want to highlight it because some people do feel like this. No, I had to go into him. I don't know. That's just how he looks, though. You know, Miguel. That's just kind of how he looks all the time, every day. You know, can't hate him for that. But he's been hurt. Okay, he's been hurt, and the style of football he plays. You know, he's gonna get some injuries every now and then. You know, he's not gonna be available all the time. He's never been available all the time. If you thought that Neres was gonna come to Benfica and just play every fucking game, it's not gonna happen. There you go. That's what I'm saying. So maybe
this is what I'm saying, because what I was gonna do, and I'll put down this comment, Benfica fan, thanks for sending me that. Listen, I know you're gonna laugh, Luigi. I'm saying I don't think you see Frederick here for the rest of the season. And you shouldn't, because this is not.
Well, no, I wouldn't see him there for more than a fucking minute because he's fucking going like that.
Correct. Well, no. I think that's what we think should happen. I'm saying what I think is gonna happen, right? What we think should happen, what's gonna happen are a little different. I think we see Andres and Casper here a lot. I think, whatever you're gonna see Rafa and João Mario in these positions, unfortunately. I'd like to see João Neves here coming into in the middle. That's kind of one of the things that sucks. Because João Neves, I do think will be part of this team in the second half of the year. I do think he will. But then my question is, and even going way back,
the World Cup made it feel like we're in the third half of the year. Like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
How much fucking
But today was only
Oh,
match day
really?
16. The next match we have, which against now we won't have Otamendi against Santa Clara. That's whatever, right? Like
The
that
season is
match,
going to be 2 years long.
that match is the
It's
halfway
going to
point.
end in 2025.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
but now we're only
Maybe by then, Casper Andres will be old enough to drink in Portugal.
I hope this Casper guy is not a friendly ghost.
Hey, look,
Hey,
man. I
Melo.
hope big things. I hope the great. Obviously, we're fucking
Right.
around. We're
You
talking
hope-
shit. I hope great things. Obviously, I want these guys to come in. And look, man,
You
I
can't.
do think.
Hey,
I
Melo,
do think that
you can't
What's
hope
up?
big things for Casper, man. He's like 5'7". Like, you know, man. Like,
maybe he could be like a Danish. I don't
croissant,
know.
you know, like fucking
Yeah,
hell,
a
dude,
Danish.
like, that's-
a Danish. It's just a
A
Danish.
Danish. Yeah, I was just gonna say, or just the
Danish,
Danish.
yeah, just
You
Danish
know,
croissant?
just the Danish was fine.
I think what
Um,
Roger's thinking here, because one is Danish and plays in the Norwegian league, and the other one's Norwegian and plays in the Danish league. They gotta do some fucking like Dragon Ball Z, like fucking
The Bacalhau
rotation.
brothers. I'm
That's some
telling you,
last.
They're gonna
That's some last
mutate
kingdom
and
shit, right
become
there.
like Mitroglou or some shit, you know, like
the
fucking
Bacalhau brothers, Luis.
Bacalhau brothers.
Trust.
Fucking hell,
They're gonna
dude.
be fighting for King Alfred.
Fuck's sake.
King Frederick.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Hey, no, but
You probably,
no,
you probably put that money together and buy Soloff or some shit like that, you know, like fucking. if
no,
you wanna go
what I was
Nordic-
going to say, Luigi, though, seriously, is if you look at our roster, like if you're going to spend 25 plus, what I would say is you got to spend it on. Well, okay, if you spend it in the summer, it's different, but we need outside backs. Like Ba is okay.
Weigl comes back
Ba-
next year.
Ba is a great
Ooh.
sub. Ba is
Weigl.
fast. He's a great sub. Is he a starter?
Someone
We'll
said
see.
Weigel's name earlier. I'm sorry, Joe. Somebody says Weigel's name. Weigl would be great in this team. Roger didn't think so.
I didn't think so either.
Roger sent
I love
his ass
Weigl.
out right away. He was. You got to go, Weigl.
I love
Which is
Weigl.
odd
He's
to me
like,
that you got rid of him.
wiggle.
Which is odd that he didn't keep a German on. I thought that he would keep the German kid on the team.
Nah,
And he was one of the leaders in the
there's
locker
only
room
one.
last year too. So
That's
that's what worried
one
me.
Germany's team.
Hey man, look,
Right.
I think what I'll say this. I didn't get to say this about Roger. I think what Roger will be he got to do is he got to go out and pick two kids who can come in and play some football for him. Maybe they are like the next Enzo kind of type of signing where you bought them for what 10 mil and you get sold. Like that's what Benfica
14,
does though.
yeah.
Don't be surprised either, Luis. You know what I'm saying? I know it is. I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. I am, but don't be surprised if one of them ends up being, $60 million. It's just that's how that happens. That's how we do it.
Especially also Casper's 6 foot tall. I just want to put that straight too. I know Luis
He's
is making a
6
joke.
foot
about-
tall.
He's 6 feet.
He's the
big.
striker.
He's a striker.
And he's
I'm-
from where?
He is from Denmark.
I'm sorry.
So the striker, I'll put it for you, Noah, all right? The striker is 22. He's older. Okay.
Okay.
He is from. He was born in Denmark and currently plays
Danish.
in Norway. And then
Got
the
it.
winger, but he can't play on the wing, but he's not as good. The winger is 18. He's Norwegian, and he plays in Denmark or played.
That's what's confusing me.
It took me a
Yeah.
while to get there.
But okay, so listen, are they?
The Bacalhau brothers,
honestly,
I'm telling
honestly,
you, one on top, one on
when
the
you said who's the better player right now? Out of
right
those?
now. So here's the thing. I think right now, Casper could have a better impact because he's been scoring. Luis, this bastard. Listen, it's
You
the fact
think he
that
could
Casper-
play? You think he could play wing? I mean,
No,
Darwin Núñez played
Here's the
wing.
thing. But here's the thing. I think Andreas will
Hey,
be doing
hey, hey.
wing
I'll
because
just play wing.
he's so tricky. Yeah. Wait, Zach is out here roasting. Hey, but I think Melo, seriously, on a serious note, I think that Andreas can play on the wing now, and I think he can bring something, but I also think he's young and he's going to make mistakes and etc. I think Casper's big thing is his finishing, and I think that's going to be the most noticeable. Is if you put him in a match as a starter, he'll score a goal, right? You put him in 5 matches, he'll score 2 or 3 goals. You put him in 10, he'll score 5 or 6. And ultimately, like with Gonçalo, that's kind of happening, but I think Casper is going to score consistently and not miss, whereas Gonçalo, he'll miss a shit ton and then score a shit ton. Miss a shit, like, you know what I mean? It's highs and lows with him. But Casper, I think, is just going to be one of these guys that's all across the board. Maybe he's not scoring as many goals and getting into those positions, because that's another thing to be said, right? Gonçalo, even Seth, a lot of these guys, Darwin, right? They missed so much because they were always in the right position. And, Liverpool fans have laughs with Darwin, but you look at Darwin, and I know whenever they joke like, oh, you don't get trophies for even in the right position. Darwin just needs to finish better. Yes, it's a big thing, but he knows where to be. Musa, I think, I don't even know if he can finish for Benfica, but he can't be in the right position, right? He's not getting in the right positions. That's a bigger issue. So ultimately, I think it's going to be, can Casper get in the right positions? Because I think he can finish, right?
Hey,
so
Melu.
that's how I feel.
I don't mean to interrupt you, mate. Quick one. Melu, quick one. This is like a bit of an out of topic, but have you played the Silver Stars on FIFA?
Yeah.
Like silver teams and stuff. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. The guy, the guy that Melu's mentioning wouldn't make that team. Not because he's too good, no, because he's a bronze.
Bronze.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So, I'm not. I swear, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but when Melu mentions Casper,
and we turn
I
into gold.
think the way the thing is, the way Melu sells Casper, I'm thinking Melu is either his agent or this guy is like a strong on. This guy is a fucking strong gold. He's a bronze.
What's his speed on that bronze?
To be honest, it's actually decent speed.
You fucking... What is it?
Hey. For a bronze, he has, I think, 82. Hold on.
Oh, come on, bro. That's probably top bronze card in the game.
81. Yeah, 81 speed. Although he's shooting, he's 62.
You put 100 on that motherfucker? He's fucking 80, 85.
Hey, hold on a minute. What's Algin's speed? -2? Hold on a second. Motherfucker reverses. What are you trying to run?
Did you get that real quick off topic again? Did you get that Centurions Rafa card? Did you buy that? Of course.
Like
yeah, I gotta go get that today. I'm gonna go buy him.
Sick. I made a video about his goals, mate. I should watch it.
I gotta update my Liga Nos team. I gotta get Nuno Santos off of my
Liga Nos team. He's my main team, bro. He's my main team.
Damn.
I hate watching him play today.
14 wins today, man. Sorry, 11 wins.
I can't stand him. Nuno Santos.
Oh, me either. Ho. He's a hoe. I said that today.
Nuno Santos.
Hey.
His hair. I never
his
hair glued. His hair is glued on to his head. Cause that shit is, boy, I never seen a split like that. That motherfucker. He's
anyway, decent in all these games because he's annoying. He's
let's do Sharice, let's do play. Let's do that. Let's do it now. Hey, D said Nuno Santos with the consistent asshole do. That's for sure, bro. That is for sure. Real quick. That's definite. Real quick, I'll start the Sharice of the match. I don't want you guys to take my thunder. My Sharice of the match, I'm not gonna give it to Fred. I'm gonna let Luis do that. I'm gonna give it to Odie. He bothers me. Yeah, Odie bothers me. He sucks at penalties. I've never seen him save a penalty in the history of me watching this goddamn guy. I've never seen it. Maybe one. Okay, maybe one. He just sucks at penalties. I thought he could have did a better job. Yes, the ball took a deflection. But he could have did a better job at kind of, protecting that area in which is in front of goal. You know what I mean? Like, I just thought he did a shitty job at protecting the goal on that first try. It just, and I've so many times I've seen Odie do this. Like, he just kind of like looks back. And the ball's in the back of the net. You know what I mean?
I feel that's Ojnul's area, bro. That's his spot, man. That's his position.
Yeah, I just think what I'm saying, I agree. I understand. I get what you were saying about Fred, but for me, I think Odie could have did a little bit better, man. I have higher expectations for him. I don't know. I thought, like, save a penalty once in your life, just once, just do it once for us, like when it really matters. Like not in a shootout when you have 5 chances
Not
to
in the
save
Eusebio
one
Cup.
ball.
The Eusebio Cup. Where we're taking,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
there you see. All I'm saying, I might be harsh. People might say there was worse players. There definitely was, but 2 went past Odie. 2 went past his hips, right? So I'm giving it to him. My play of the match was Antonio Silva's. So Trincao tries to come down the wing, and he's fucking stepping over. He's doing all these fucking 4-star tricks. Since we're on FIFA, all right, he's doing these 4-star skill moves, and Antonio Silva isn't having any of this. Okay, he isn't having any of this. You could see he's in a great defensive position. His hips are low. He's fucking moving side to side, like, and instantly steps into this motherfucker and just takes the ball, and Benfica are off to the races the other way. I thought it was just a great moment of brilliance. The kid is also my player of the match. The guy had another save in the second half where the ball comes over on Odie's right hand side. He clears the ball with a kick up over his head. Like, the kid is just, he's fucking amazing. And I like I said today, I want my son to be like Antonio Silva one day. You know what I mean? Like, I hope my son grows up to be Antonio Silva. That, you know what I mean? Like, that's how good this kid is.
He's not even gonna give him the Mello last name. He's gonna be like, you're
no, just so he's not even Nope, just that's his whole name. Yeah, Antonio Silva Melo. That's, we can call him that. That's a real Portuguese name right there. Jesus Christ. But I just thought that, like, that kid just never ceases to amaze me. He really doesn't. And if I'm looking, I mean, he was basic, other than Enzo, who had a great game. He's up there with Enzo and João Mario for, who they thought, was, the best. And Odie's distribution is trash. Thank you for that as well. That's another reason. Yeah. Oh my goodness, the guy. Bring in Schmeichel. Oh yeah, the dude from the French league.
No, Schmeichel. I was saying Schmeichel, the Danish keeper.
What's up with you and these Danes, bro?
No, because someone mentioned it's Jackson right. This is why.
I'm just fucking with you, Joe.
Yeah. I got stock in Denmark, Mello. Chill.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, it's fucking, they're gonna invade England again if you guys don't fucking be careful.
Alfred. Uhtred and the Danes.
Uhtred and the Danes are coming through. Yeah, they're gonna, and Joe on the fucking.
Hey, Alshus will be there.
Alshus will be there.
I ain't missing that. That's my position, man.
He'll be on the wing.
He'll be on the wing.
Tony Silva, just goddamn.
What a
kid.
I'm gonna follow up with you because he's not my player of the match, but I'll go first and say my player of the match is Gonçalo because we needed 2 goals today, and coming from behind, there's a lot of pressure to score. He did it both times. Gonçalo, I don't think there's much more to be said. Last game, he was the shittiest in the match, so he was due. But on the Tony Silva part, right, for Antonio Silva, the play that most marked me today was that play in the second half where he tries to clear the ball over his head back to Odie, realizes Trincão was coming behind him, and he goes and beats Trincão to the ball. Any other rookie defender either is worried about causing a penalty so he doesn't push Trincão or getting a red card, or he does that, gets the red card, or doesn't even track back, right? Like, that was the perfect reaction. And this kid's maturity, I know we keep saying it, but it's unreal. And that's why Otamendi being there, right? If Otamendi next game isn't there, which will be the case now because he's suspended, I'm not even worried because we have Antonio Silva. And, like, you're not going to lose maturity. You're not going to end up with 2 players that lack maturity ever in that back line because you have Antonio Silva. So that's my first thing about playing the match. Great game from Gonçalo, but runner-up right away is Antonio Silva. My play of the match is going to be that second Gonçalo goal, just beautifully worked. Grimaldo with those crosses, we don't really give him that much credit, and I really think they didn't give him that much credit today in terms of Silva score, but, like, the guy puts in that ball more often than not. It's very you'll see him
best season in a Benfica kid.
Yeah,
there's no doubt.
Yeah, and so, like, that to me is the play of the match because you also, I think you could have gotten a third pretty soon after if they weren't so busy tiki-taking at the edge of the box. I think Rafa could have just ran in and gotten one, but that's whatever. And then Charisse in the match, I was trying to zoom in on him earlier, is going to be, for me today, it's going to be Draxler because he didn't – I just want to see Luigi's face because I was standing there last time. No, it's Frederick. He was terrible. But ultimately, do I think it's his fault? No, but I think that – yeah, man, he was just bad.
Luis, bro. I don't think so either. I don't
He
think
was
so.
bad.
either.
I think he was bad. And then again, I think that the lack of depth on the bench didn't help. But yeah, I mean, it's just tough, man, because you want, even if we have this Andreas kid, and I'm not going to go on too much longer. It's like this Andreas kid also, Mello, for you to know, he plays in the left wing, and the Casper kid also plays in the left wing. So that solves the Frederick problem.
Oh, that's cool.
But you still have João Mario.
Frederick can play on the right now.
Huh?
Frederick can play on the right one now.
Oh, yeah. You have to take it from João Mario. So.
Ah, mate, easy. I mean,
Hey,
only watch out.
I was also going to say this, and I want to hear what you have to say about this, Luigi, about keepers, because I know last time, I don't think Mario knew too much about Samu Swatch, and then he also today let in 5 goals too, but that's neither here nor there, because they had another red card of the B team, which is stupid. But anyway, like to go on off Mello's note, Mello, I think we have a better keeper in our system. So it's not even like you don't have keepers. Like if it was André Gomes, okay, maybe he's a little young. You don't want it to be like a Svilar scenario where he gets put on the stage at the wrong time. Even though André Gomes, I don't think would feel the pressure. But like, man, we have Helton Late's got to get sold. I'd love to see him sold this January or loaned out, because I want Samu Suarez on that bench and in the cup match, man. Like Odie's played every single game practically, except for that one, a couple Taça da Liga matches or whatever. But and also my for best player of the match for Sporting. It's a good question. Edwards, huh?
Coates for me looked solid. Didn't give away many fouls. Didn't get a yellow.
Yeah,
Well,
man, that dude is
you also
steady,
have to
bro.
follow
That dude is
75
steady.
yellow. Yeah, mine was Edwards. I think Edwards was dangerous. I think he got taken off too early, Noah. Luigi. I think if he stayed on, he could have caused some problems. But
Hey, whilst Melo's thinking about his Casper's stories, I will get in. I'll get in there and say my chorizo of the match is his name again, Frederick, right? Frederick Ausnish.
No.
Shut up, Joe. Don't fuck off. Don't piss me off. All right, so yeah,
you know where he's from, Luigi?
Huh?
You know where he's from? Norway.
Yeah, I know. This is why I'm like looking at Casper and all these fucking people. I'm like, oh my god, here we go.
Not Norwegian, bro.
Oh, that's same fucking thing. Denmark, the Norwegian, fucking, they all wear fucking hats with horns. Anyway, yeah, Frederick Ausnish is my chorizo of the match for the last 17,000 years, and my play of the match, and coincidentally, English, is also gonna lead up to my player of the match. Florentino receives a really bad pass from one of the defenders. He could have fucked it big time, but instead he doesn't fuck it. He's very composed, wins the ball half, manages to get a pass off, and we scored a 2-2 from there. So for me, player of the match is Little Tino here. Little Tino. I think he was solid. I think in the midfield where João Mario obviously is João Mario, Frederick was left back, right back, centre midfielder, everywhere. I think he was very solid today. I only think he misses one thing. Have a crack every now and then. Because I honestly do think, yeah. Because last game he had a few cracks. Last game I think he had a few cracks and they fucked up big time, all of them. And I think he lost his confidence. And I think today he had at least 2 chances for a good crack at it, and he didn't. And it's not so much to go. I'm not asking for a goal. I'm thinking you get a corner from that, you get a rebound, you get even a handball and a penalty. Have a crack. At least once a game. Once a game, fuck it. Make that. Hey, Tino, if you're watching, brother, vou falar em português. Tino, Florentino, se estivesse a ver, mano, faça targetzinho, todos os jogos, remate à baliza. Dá-lhe, força. In English, what I said was Arsenal is shit. But it's just,
Frederick, if you're watching, don't do what he just told Tino.
Yeah, no, fuck that. Yeah. And good luck to Casper and Ter Stegen.
Ter Stegen.
Is that his name? Like Ter Stegen?
Tengstad.
Aye? Yeah, same
Tengstad.
Tengstad. Too much, man. Vem bater, too much, man. Next season.
Every time someone says that, I just have that little, the song on the bater, tu batas bem.
Yeah.
One.
Fucking Ping Dos.
Remix.
It's not Ping Dos, but it sounds like it could be.
Yeah, the problem is that,
Hey, Melu. Has Melu gone?
No, what's up? I'm
No,
trying
no,
to
no,
look
go
for
on.
this.
You trying to look for Casper? You can't find him, mate. Is he
I
busy?
can't find him anywhere.
Hey, you know what? I was so good that the top I got this season, I got it with Casper's name and number.
No name, no number.
So, I think that'll be it. We do also have the comment of the match, and I think D had the
Comment of the match. Look at that. That's our shoes.
I mean, the comment.
It's gotta
the
be our
comment
shoes,
of.
Hey,
I think the comment of the comment of the show is definitely D's Nuno Santos consistent asshole dude. That is definitely the funniest
Yeah, I
shit
like
that
that.
I've seen today.
I'll
I
back
mean,
that.
holy
I'll back
shit,
that.
that shit was
also,
was a
yeah,
fucking
Mello.
classic.
Quick shout out to the chat in general. You know, Nelson's back. Nelson, great to see you. Brian's here as usual. D. And real quick, I want to bring this one up specifically for Luigi based on our conversation last week. But if you can fan, I don't know if you watched last episode or you saw this part of it, but I did bring up Matt Turner as a guy who I would want to bring in. I don't. Here's the thing, though. Let me just tell you. Let me tell you,
brother. This guy's playing full manager. I'm telling you, Casper, Ter Stegen, Matt Turner. You know.
Listen, Matt Turner, when he's the U.S. starting keeper. When he was with the Revs, unreal. And guess what? He knows how to save a penalty, something that none of our keepers can do. So,
yeah, I also saw him. I also saw the ball coming from the sky.
That was when he was. Hey, you know how many years he's been playing football when that happened? 3. He started playing when he was 16.
Well, no. Listen, he's been playing soccer, not football.
No, he played American football since he was 16.
And he wanted to be a soccer goalkeeper.
I'm messing with you.
Makes sense. Hey, I'll be honest with you. Realistically, I say put fucking Frederick in goal. I mean, he can do it all. You know what? I have just received the news that everyone's left and Frederick is checking that every door is locked before he goes home.
You're so. Oh my goodness, bro!
He's still there. He's fucking everywhere, man.
But like Joe said, man, just a quick shout out to everybody who hopped back in, man. I've been going for a while. I know the guys have been keeping it going. Like I said, the World Cup just it exhausted me. I was sick of football. I was sick of the charade. I was just sick. It made me sick. I'll tell you that right now. I needed a fucking moment. I needed to work too. I got a job, I got to feed the family. You know what I mean? But we're back, man. This was awesome. We are back next with Santa Clara, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah.
We play Saturday, 10 a.m. Perfect.
Yeah.
10 a.m.
Awesome.
For them, it's 1 p.m.
10 a.m. for me.
Today.
Excuse me.
Same as today.
What
Yeah,
day? What
same as
day is that?
It's next Saturday. 20.
I'm off. 21st, yeah.
Yeah.
Madness.
There we go. Hopefully we get a big one. You guys want to throw a
man.
prediction? You think Benfica bounces back big against Santa Clara, or
I think
we
it's
just get the
like
job done?
I think with all the respect to Santa Clara, I mean, like, even Frederick will look good in that game.
Well, they're going to be they're missing their starting right back because they got a red card last match.
Oh no!
So
Maybe a good chance for Casper to show up.
No, guess what? This guy plays on the right wing, so that means
for
the
fuck's
left
sake.
wing can still kill it.
Oh, either way, they won't see it coming, will they?
All right, again, everybody, thank
friendly?
you guys for joining us. Again, I'm glad to be back. We'll go ahead and end the show. You guys, I'll talk to you guys. I'll talk to you guys behind the scenes. But you guys have a good night, man, and Carrega Benfica.
If you guys see Casper tonight, say hi from me.
You won't see him. That's a thing.
Huh? Oh, in the dreams, that, Yeah, some kids see them, in their dreams at night, and that's why you see ghosts. Actually, you know what?